Good day, I'm Karen Wilson and this is Table Talk. My first guest for today is Ann Brown with the Warren County Genealogical and Historical Society. Welcome to the show, Ann.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, we've got a lot to talk about and we've only got part of a segment, so we're going to kind of dive right in.
All right.
Tell me, I guess, the role of the Genealogical Society and some of the work you all do.
Okay, well, we were established as the Warren County Genealogical Association, and that was in 1992. So this is our 30th year. Mm-hmm. And in about 2018, we applied and became a 501c3, and we expanded our name to include historical, because history and people are all tied together, and you really can't separate the two.
Correct, yes.
So we're an all-volunteer organization. Most of our funds come from our membership fees. We do have a couple of little things that we do, but membership fees and donations are what keep us going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
and that, I guess you join, you pay so much a year.
It's $25 a year, mm-hmm. right? And we have members not just in Warren County. We have members from all over the United States, because a lot of times they're researching family that came from Warren County. So mm-hmm. we have a lot of members who are from other states who participate.
And you all the volunteers are kind of there to maybe assist people, or to do, if somebody comes in.
If somebody comes in our office, we have an office, and it's on the back side of the admin building. It's kind of beside the early voting room, but you have to go down the little alleyway, mm-hmm. so we're kind of hid a little bit. But we're there on Monday and Friday from 9 to 3, and we have a lot of resource materials in, and so when somebody comes in, last week we had a lady in from Virginia researching her family who was from here. Mm-hmm. So, and we just, help them go look through our resources and help them research.
Tell me kind of about what kind of resources you have there that people can look through.
Well, we have a resource library, which it's not as large as Magnus Memorial Library, their genealogy, but we have a lot of things they don't have, and they have things that we don't have, so we kind of work together on that kind of stuff. We have family files that people have, where people have researched their families, and they would leave a copy in the office, so when other people are researching, they can come in. We have files on cemeteries and churches and businesses and schools and buildings and just all kinds of different things. Mm-hmm. We've really, this past year, been focusing on schools and school files and trying to organize that. This is, you might be interested, we're collecting a lot of, this is a 1937 Central Annuals, Central High School Annual. So we're collecting, trying to get a good collection of all the annuals, and we have quite a few, but there's a lot that are missing. So we do take donations from people if they have things like that they want to donate. We have a good collection of Civil War files on soldiers from Warren County who were in the Civil War. We have what we call pioneer families, and those are people who were here between 1807 and 1820. Of course, 1807 is when Warren County became a county, and 1820 was our first census. So if you can prove your line of descent to an ancestor who was here at that time, then we offer a program where you can get a certificate, a real nice certificate, and you don't have to be from Warren County to get one of those. We have people from other states who have qualified, and those are sometimes Christmas gifts for grandkids and
that's
so
a
forth.
nice thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's such a popular thing now. Everybody seems to be joining a lot of these ancestry and things like that.
Right,
But this
right.
was like, of course, they can still do that. But
Right, and Ancestry, it has, the organization has changed simply by demand, because a lot of resources now are online. But a lot of times what you will find in our office are resources
that are not
not online. It might be some old church records, or it might be a will, or a handwritten will, or you just never know what kind of things that will never be on an online the online databases are wonderful. I'm a member and I'm on there all the time, but it's kind of an extra step.
Yes. Well, let's talk about, I guess, some of the things that you all have done that you're most proud of. You're in your 30th year, and you all, I'm sure, have helped so many families over the years with their genealogy.
There's probably two things that's most valuable. There were some ladies, most of them are deceased now, but in the early 90s, they visited all the cemeteries in Warren County, and they created the Warren County Cemetery Books. There's 4 volumes. But not only is it a list of who's buried there, but they did a lot of background work, so it may say that this person is the daughter of so-and-so, or they were married to so-and-so.
Went even further than
a little
just the
extra
grave
step,
marker.
and those books are so valuable and highly regarded. And the other thing is, for all of the 30 years that we've been in business, the association has produced a bulletin. Now, when they first started, they did 4 times a year. Today, we do twice a year, and it's about 100 pages, but there's a lot of Warren County history in all those volumes of bulletins. And this is our last one. That was our spring and summer, and we usually have like a major article. In this one, the major article was the Magnus Methodist Church uptown.
Yes.
And so it's just really, really neat. There's a lot of history in there, and just like the lady who was here last week from Virginia was going through, and some of her ancestors are talked about in some of those bulletins is going forward, and she was so excited. She's like, look at all this stuff.
Yeah.
So,
and you all had, talking about the graveyard categorizing and cataloging, I guess, of those people, you had someone from MTSU come and kind of teach preservation of the stones.
Well, one of the things we thought it was important. It's wonderful when people clean the old stones, but if you use the wrong techniques, or if you use the wrong cleaners, you can sometimes cause more damage than you do good. So there is a group there, and they do twice a year. They do these workshops, and so they picked us as a place they wanted to go, and we were delighted. And that was open to the public, as a lot of things that we do, even though we have a membership, a lot of the things that we do are open to the public, because that's part of our what we're supposed to be doing is educating and sharing and preserving. So that's how we do that, is by trying to share the knowledge and share the things that the association does.
So for those that kind of are interested in learning more about the Genealogical Society, or even participating, how do you join?
Well, you can stop by the office if you want to. We have a website. There's an application there. You can just download it and mail it to us if you want to. We try to be as available as we can. Our meetings are always on the 3rd Saturday of every month, and the public is always welcome to come to our meetings. This month we are having the public relations director for the Tennessee Military Collectors Association, and he's going to be talking to us about the maneuvers that were done in Tennessee in Warren County for World War II.
Those are so interesting,
yes,
too. I love to hear people talk about that.
I know, and he is bringing some collectibles. I don't know what. He said he needed 3 tables, so I'm going to have him 3 tables. And we're also going to have on display this time, we have 18 World War II posters that Mr. Norton had collected when he was in the American Legion, and he collected these. So these are all old World War II posters. So we wanted to be able to share those with the public.
Not
and let
just
them,
replicas, but the real thing.
He ordered them back at that time, you know, so I just think that'll be neat for other people to see.
So many people's grandparents and great-grandparents remember those maneuvers and the training that went on in this area. That's going to be fascinating.
One of our members, and this is just the neatest story, he was about 4 years old and they were doing maneuvers, and he remembers a soldier's asking him, said, I bet your mom has some cornbread. So he went to the house and brought back a pan of cornbread and gave to the soldiers. And, you know, he was like 4 years old at the time, but he remembers doing that, and that's such a neat thing.
I know. Well, my grandmother's got a story, grew up in Cannon County, up around the Short Mountain area, and she's got some similar things. Those boys like to eat, I'm sure,
they
and their rations
and
were not that great.
Home cook is always better than rations, right?
Well, I just would invite our audience to come participate, and like you said, you don't have to become a member right away.
No.
You can drop in, see what you guys are all about.
We'd love for you just to stop by the office and let us show you around. And we have a Facebook page if they want to follow us on Facebook, and we try to post everything that we're doing on the Facebook page so you can kind of keep up with what's coming up there. So
well, and you're a great resource too for other counties. So many of our counties, surrounding counties, we all have family tied to each of the areas and stuff. So
so many of the surrounding counties were part of Warren County when it was established. Warren County was huge. So Grundy and Coffee and Cannon and DeKalb, you know, a lot of those counties were actually part of Warren County.
Yes,
originally.
So all of the ancestry and family ties all kind of go into each other.
And in the early days, they didn't really pay much attention to county boundaries anyway.
I guess it was more communities then.
Right.
You went about as far as your community. Sometimes if you were in the military, you went further. So.
That's true.
Well, I am going to take a break here. We've got more great stuff coming up on Table Talk. We're going to talk about all things Christmas with Homeland Community Bank and their craft fair. And thank you so much for being a
You're
part
welcome.
of it.
Thank you for having us.
We'll be right back with more Table Talk.